We are live.
Hey everybody, we are live.
What was that? Live.
I said we are live.
Welcome everyone. It is January 15th, 5 p.m. Pacific, where we're from, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we are excited to be on the show tonight.
Well, I would hope so. It's our show.
I know. Yes.
We're not excited to be on our show tonight. I'm sorry. We're just here.
As you can tell from our shirts.
The better picture is on the back,
it is.
though, if you could see it.
Yes. Admiral Mickey. We are getting ready to go on a Disney cruise, Disney fantasy cruise, Star Wars Day at Sea to be specific. This show tonight is going to be all about that.
Excuse me. And it's on the Disney Fantasy.
Disney
one of the
Fantasy.
Disney ships that I have really been wanting to go on and I'm very excited for, because we went on the Disney Dream. That was our first Disney cruise. That was one of their other biggest ships. We've done the Magic, and now we're going back to the big ships, to the Disney Fantasy.
So today we are going to be discussing we brought the Suhek binder. It's all ready to go. We're going to cover some of the things that we have going on our cruise.
If you don't know who Suhek is, watch the middle. She always made a binder and planned for like Walt Disney World trips and stuff. They never went by the binder. It fell in pieces and everything. But we go by the binder. I actually make fun of Derick at times because he makes binders, but it's actually a cool keepsake, like a souvenir, and it does kind of prioritize things and stuff. Even though we're not going to do it like date to date, time to time.
No,
we're going to have relaxing whatever we want to do time.
It's not planned that detailed. It's planned to have everything in one place for us. Our first two cruises we went on, I have a stack of paper of the cruises that we went on. The last cruise and this cruise, everything is going to be in here. So it's going to be a lot more neatly organized.
Is it me or is it weird? Because I thought I was on the other side this whole time. I'm on this side, but I thought maybe it's because we haven't been in here that in a while.
Possibly.
I don't know. That's weird. Because out there, I think I was on that side. I don't know. Don't mind me. Now I got you thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, why don't we welcome everyone in here, Greg? So let's do our chat check. Brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. More sunshine, please. Taste the rainbow.
Is that all you could come up with, really?
That's
not original.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
Taste the rainbow.
So we have Lindy Lou. Hi, D&G. I always miss your live. Sorry, but your show conflicts with Alana Zingano's, and I'm a moderator on her channel. I do catch other videos, though. Alana Zingano actually isn't feeling well, so well,
I don't know if she's not feeling well, but she's getting ready to give birth to baby Derica.
But she did...
Derica. She's naming her child.
Oh, my gosh.
Derica.
Okay, don't get too overzealous on that.
You heard it here first.
She did say that, her viewers that she has, if they want to come over to our channel and watch us, to do that and support us. So thank you, Alana, for saying that. Yes,
definitely, Alana. We have been with Alana Zingano and Raphael for a long time, and we actually had a chance to meet him at D23 in Anaheim last year. So
Anaheim.
So thank you so much for that shout out. We love you guys.
And we have Nathan's excuse me,
Boathouse Reviews.
Nathan's Boat Reviews and More. Get it right.
Sorry.
And I love saying this name. Wanda Chiquita Bonita Byram is on. Sounds like Wanda Chiquita Bonita Banana or something. We have Danny McGlone.
Danny.
We have Fisher Fun Ventures.
Welcome.
Oh, and by the way, Wanda, we did have more pizza today. Just saying. Let's see. We have
Josh Odom.
Where?
Josh Odom is here. Yep.
You're skipping on me, I think.
I can see it right here. It says Josh Odom.
We have David Bray's Excursions. We have Josh Odom, which I haven't seen his name yet, but you're here. Oh, there you are. Pepper Tree Villa is here. Arnie, I hope you feel better.
Yes.
And
your mom's here.
And there's my mom. Hi, Mom. And we have Lindy Lou, and I think I said Danny McGlone, and I think we have everybody, so welcome. And it's nice and bright in here. It's really bright because we put new light bulbs in, so
We're back in the office.
Let there be light.
Yeah, we're not in there, and we that way we won't hit the table. And
we can still hit this table.
Well, and you probably did the same thing. But what was I going to say? We are going to meet a ship show meetup with the John Klaykowski.
I keep forgetting about that.
And we are going to meet.
Worried about getting there.
2 people there. We are going to meet. Well, I'm pretty sure we are. We're going to meet Wanda.
Wanda Chiquita Bonita Banana Byram.
And we're hoping to meet Josh Odom.
I added banana in your name.
Yes.
Wanda.
So, although I don't know if everything is 100%, we are actually going to meet at Gico, which is a restaurant in the Animal Kingdom. We have reservations. Where? Gico. It's in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We're staying at the Coronado for that night before we sail on our cruise in Disney property. And then after we go through that, we're going to go to Disney Springs and meet up with that. So we're pretty sure the party will still be going on when we get there, but we are planning to go over there after we meet up. So we are excited to meet John and a lot of the others, Wanda, Josh. We're excited to meet a lot of the cruising side of the family.
Pepper Trivilla said that
they like the QVC
they like
set.
The QVC set. So they thought our last set looked like QVC. Mom would appreciate that because she likes QVC and the Home Shopping Network, but this is more comfortable for us, and there's back support. The other things, we were on bar stools or high chairs. For him, it was a high chair. And so there's back support.
Thank you,
here.
Greg. Thank you.
I'm joking.
Fisher Fun Ventures are going to be there too at the meetup.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so we probably won't be there till closer to 10. So, well,
God.
Figure getting across the Disney property.
That's enough time to say, hi, how are you? Give a hug and say, okay, bedtime.
Well, everything closes there like at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be there. We'll be closing the place down, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. As you'll drag me out of the place because I'll be tired.
Hey, while we get started, a few things just to bring up. If you're not familiar with us, and it looks like everyone who's on here already knows us, but
hey, Stevie Lee, welcome.
Welcome.
Fish Fun Ventures will be there, they said.
Yes, you just missed that. That's what I just said.
I thought you just said that, but I'm just reading it too. So
we now you totally threw me off.
Well, you're easy to throw off.
Yes,
so.
you are. I don't even know where I was going.
Not me, you. I said yeah. I said you're easy to throw off. Yes, you are. See, you're so thrown off. You don't even know who you're talking about.
Exactly. Now. If you don't know our names, I'm Derick,
and I'm Gregory.
But if you forget who we are, thank you to Danny McGlone.
Hey, Kay.
I am Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
And we do Disney stuff. We do cruising stuff. We are going to be on a swing.
Hey, our John's welcome.
Where
Mike
we are going to be doing more Disney or cruise stuff probably for a while because we are still releasing our NCL Escape vlogs, and we're getting ready to go on a Disney cruise vlog. So next week is going to be a Disney show. We're going to have
a Disney cruise vlog.
Well, we'll have vlogs. The Disney cruise.
We're going to do our own vlog on the Disney cruise.
We are, you're totally messing me up tonight.
I think you're messing yourself up. You're doing it all on your own by yourself.
Next week, people are like saying, we're done with these guys. Next week, we are going to have a Disney show, and we have a special guest, Jeff from Dole Whip Dad is going to be on our show. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, get a chance for you guys to meet him. We've been on his show, and so we're looking forward to having him on our show. Also coming up,
Arjohn's, please be careful if you're texting and driving.
I'm sure Arjohn's not. So Tweety is in the house.
He did say, hi guys, I'm driving, so I can't chat. And then Stevie Lee said, hi Arjohn's, drive, don't write. Happy face.
They're listening. We are hoping to meet up with Arjohn's when we come back from our cruise because we are going to be there 2 nights after the cruise is over. So we are hoping to meet a lot of the Disney family that's over there. But next, also coming up next Tuesday, I believe, the 20th, we are releasing a video with Cargo and a bunch of other channels. It is called the Disney Blues. So we exchanged gifts, and we are going to be releasing.
We'll give you a hint.
They're blue. They're blue. And then before we go on our cruise, we are going to have another Disney show right before we go on our cruise. And then while we
Swan, welcome.
While we are on our Disney cruise, we are going to do a premiere video. Now, we won't be on it because we'll be in the middle of the ocean, but we will be doing a premiere video at the normal time.
We'll be on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. We won't be in the middle of the ocean just wailing our hands around in the water.
We hope not. We hope not. So that's a little bit of what's coming up on our channel. We also, if you guys are interested, we are doing a group cruise on the Symphony of the Seas in September 26th. So we do have a few people signed up for that.
We do have a couple of people that were interested, so we're happy to confirm.
Looking forward to that. Yep. So if you guys are interested, you can email us at the Disney Explorer 17@gmail.com, which is also in the description down below, and we'll be happy to send you guys information on that. So largest ship in the world, some good ports that we're visiting for now until they build their next one, which is a foot wider. We'll be doing that.
Oh wow, it is a foot wider.
That's when they did the Oasis. Every ship has been a foot wider to give it that distinction of being the largest ship in the world. But so, Greg, are you ready to dive in on? Let's look at kind of what's going on in the chat.
Dive in, because it's a cruise show. We're going on a cruise. I get it. Dive in.
I know Greg greeted you, Sylvia, but Sylvia was one of the people that we met on our escape cruise. If you guys haven't watched the vlogs, the one where we were in New York City, S1 is Sylvia, and we had a chance to meet her in person, and she's an awesome, very sweet person, and we hope to meet her again sometime. Greg, you know what we forgot to do? I think we forgot to do a little bit of a toast because this is a ship show in Cruise Away.
Oh my gosh.
So about 2 weeks ago, we went
having the Corbel.
We went to Corbel Winery. We just went to the gift shop because we had actually done the tour before.
Right there.
And this is a Moscato Frizzante.
It's a Moscato Frizzante.
Frizzante. So that must mean it's fizzy. Sharon at Sea, welcome you guys. Thank you so much. So while Greg gets that going, we are, as I said, I'll go over kind of a little bit what our plans are. So highlights today, we will have the Spotlight channel coming up.
Which again, I don't know who it is. Because I'm never in the now.
You'll be surprised. We're going to talk about the ship that we're on, where we're going at, like what deck, why we chose that location, some of the excursions, the ports of call. And then if you guys have any questions, because I know one of the things and our focus on this cruise is going to be a Disney cruise is for adults, or the adult way. Because every time we talk about going on a Disney cruise, the first thing is there's always a lot of kids around. Woo! I love that sound. There's always a lot of kids around, and there's no casino. So those are usually the two comments that most people bring up on it. So these vlogs will be featured around a Disney cruise, what they offer for adults. That's going to be the main focus on it. It's fine, Greg.
Everything's just falling.
So
I personally don't really.
They can't see it. Now they can't see me.
Yes, they can. You're so short, they can see you. They can't see me because I'm taller.
So
I was going to say, I don't mind that kids are on a Disney cruise. I don't mind that kids are on any cruise. They never bother me. Actually, that's probably a lot right now.
Yeah.
Actually, every time that we've gone on a Disney cruise, we have strangers, little kids that come up to us on pirate night, and they want to take their picture with us.
Probably because they've never seen a hobbit in a pirate costume before.
No, because they like our genuine looking pirate costume. And it's a lot of fun. And they did it also for our superhero, when we wore superhero outfits. We went on a Disney Dream. That was awesome.
It was a Halloween cruise, so we dressed up as our favorite superhero characters, which happened to be Superman and his sidekick, Robin.
I was Superman.
And Robin, and we got a little bit of a ribbing for that. But cheers.
Well, they just joked.
Dilly
cheers, dilly. They said, there's Superman and his sidekick, Robin. And they said, oh, I must have missed the memo. But we didn't care. We had fun, and we wanted to be who we liked for comics. So it was a lot of fun. Welcome, Jim. More sunshine, please. He brought some people from the Sunshine Nation.
Cindy Romulus, welcome.
And thank you for joining us.
Hillary says a hobbit in a pirate costume.
So our pictures are on our D&G Explorers page, just in case you want to see them.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
are.
I thought they were on your own.
Well, they're
private
on my page, so if you want to see them, you can go on my page and ask to be my friend.
So, on one of our future videos, we're going to be talking about how we prepare for the cruise, and this will also be we'll be talking about the Suhec binder and information that we have on it. For tonight, I'm just going to be using this as a reference for and sharing information. So we're going to be flying in the night before cruise. So for those of you who are not,
Hey, Disney nerd herders and Sharon that Sea Travels. Sorry, I have to say them before I forget.
welcome. You guys had a great show that was on right before us. Disney Nerd Herders, one of our support groups, as well as More Sunshine Please, Pepper Tree Villa. I can go down the list on who's here.
But we already did. We're up to date now.
Yes.
So welcome everybody and thank you.
So if you're familiar,
Bob and Ashley just came on. Sorry. Now we're up to date.
hold on.
So welcome, Bob and Ashley.
Dilly, guys.
Okay, go ahead. I want to interrupt you yet.
Yeah, I think you're doing it on purpose.
No, I'm not.
As you're familiar with cruising, if you're going to be traveling across the U.S., you don't want to do it the day of. First of all, you would never make it. But on our Bliss cruise, we had issues flying through LAX. We actually are flying through LAX again on this one, crossing our fingers, but we have like a 3-hour layover. So I always recommend flying the day before you get in, and we're flying in. We'll probably land about 6:30 at night. We are going to be staying at the Dizney Coronado Hotel. First time we're doing it, we're staying in the tower, the brand new tower that they built.
Which I really don't know much about that hotel.
It looks really nice.
I just heard that they have a new tower, so it sounds exciting.
And we're taking the Magic Express, which is if you're staying on Disney property, it's a free bus that takes you from the airport over into the resort area that you're staying at. You just have to make sure you get into the right line for it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that. As I said before, we have reservations at Chico at 8 o'clock at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which if you're not familiar with Walt Disney
like
property,
Chico.
It is a huge property, like 43 square miles. So it's not a little area like in Anaheim, California. And then after we have dinner, we are going, we're actually, our friend Chris is meeting us. He's going to be taking us to the resort the next day.
He's doing a lot
He's
for
doing a
us,
lot for
which is very nice.
Yes.
And we've thanked him over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
so
he's been really awesome. He was with us on the NCL Bliss. For those of you who might have watched the videos, he was our friend Chris from that series. He's also a cast member at Walt Disney World, so he's been really awesome. We are going over to the Disney Springs, to the boathouse eventually, to do the Klaykowski ship show meetup. We are looking forward to that. And then we're leaving from Port Canaveral.
It was at the boathouse. That's going to be a fun place. It's
It
right
is.
by the water.
We are leaving from Port Canaveral on the Disney Fantasy. Our time to be at the port is like 10:30 in the morning, 10:45. So we're going to get there bright and early. The last time we went from Disney property to a cruise ship at Port Canaveral on the Dream, we didn't get on board until like between 1 and 2 because the ships, the buses leave later. And you also have to pay for those buses. Where I had mentioned the Magic Express from the airport to the hotels are free, you have to pay from the hotels to the cruise port and vice versa. As well as if you
burped.
Sorry.
Brought to you by D&G Explorers.
By D&G Explorers. Also, if you land at the airport and you want to take the bus, you have to pay for that one if you're going to the cruise. So they run those a little bit differently than staying on Walt Disney property.
So Bob and Ashley said that Chris is awesome. They got to meet Chris. Disney Nerd Herders is so excited. We're going to Walt Disney World and meeting up with people. So tweet it at Klaykowski's meetup.
Yes.
And we're also going to meet Bob and Ashley again when we come back.
Jim from More Sunshine, please.
From Sunshine?
More Sunshine, please.
So, and Jim from More Sunshine, please. He's had too much dilly-dilly already, Jim. When we come back, we're going to go to Epcot and Walt Disney World. And guess what? We're going to go to the Farts Festival. I mean, the Festival of the Arts. So, I just thought it was funny because Bob and Ashley, they said like a whole acronym farts. So it's funny. But we're going to have a lot of fun, and it'll be cool to meet up with them again.
Yes. It will be. It'll be. I'm looking forward to that.
We're looking forward to the cruise. We're looking forward to before the cruise, after the cruise. It's going to be a long, nice vacation that we have needed for a while.
So our cruise is selling the Western Caribbean. This cruise is going to be a lot of firsts for us. This will be the first Disney cruise we've went on, which is 7 days, because the longest before this was 5 nights on the Magic.
Yeah, it's going to be the longest one.
Yes, it's the first time we've been to 3 of the 4 ports we'll be visiting, which is Cozumel, Georgetown, Grand Caymans, as well as Falmouth, Jamaica. And then we're ending the trip in Disney's private island in Castaway Cay.
I told Derick when we go to Jamaica, we're not going past the barrier because I've heard way too much going on in Jamaica.
I've actually read up on it, and Falmouth is considered a lot safer place to walk around. Not as in any place, even in California, there's places you wouldn't want to go into. It's going to be the same as Jamaica. They're not going to dump you off in a spot where there's people waiting to pounce on you.
No, but I'm just very leery of it.
This is also so a Star Wars day at sea.
That's going to be awesome.
And someone made a point. They said,
Baby Yoda. That's all I got to say.
Only one day. And
you can wear Star Wars stuff the whole time through if you want to.
And Disney has so much other stuff going on throughout the cruises, their themes that they have. They still are going to have a pirate night. The only difference on a Star Wars day at sea, they won't be offering a pirate menu. So
wait, what?
So they have
not Star Wars Day at Sea.
Yes.
You mean on Pirates Night they won't have a pirate menu?
Even because the cruise is a Star Wars Day at Sea, when it is Pirates Night, they won't have a pirate menu like they normally do.
But Star Wars will have a Star Wars
Correct.
menu. Okay,
so
you mix the two now.
They don't substitute. They don't give you both. You will still have a pirate themed night. You will still have the pirate fireworks. You just won't have the pirate menu.
The child Cynthia. The child right now until it has a name. It's not Yoda, but everyone calls it Baby Yoda.
That's the best way to describe him.
It takes place, it's not a spoiler, it's right after Return of the Jedi. So those that I'm sure have seen that movie by now, it can't possibly be Yoda, but
the Jim said he's going to get a shirt with the F Arts festival on it.
Oh, speaking of Baby Yoda, I'm sure it's circled all around the websites and internet and Facebook and all that. But Build-A-Bear has teamed up with Disney to have a Baby Yoda Build-A-Bear, and I'm sure everybody and their aunt and uncle are going to be in line to try to get their hands on one of those. And the time that's going to take to have to actually stuff it and everything will make the lines even longer. So good luck to all of you that want to get a Baby Yoda from Build-A-Bear. What? Gregory should be the Mandalorian. Derick should be Baby Yoda. Oh, wow. That could totally work. You have the Yoda ears already. That would totally work. Thanks a lot, Bob and Ashley. I could wait. No, you don't have the ears, but you have a picture when you put the ears on at Disneyland, and you looked just like Baby Yoda.
I don't even know where to go with that.
We'll just have to get a really big carriage for you and try to make it levitate or something. Magnets or something.
Another first on this cruise is the Super Bowl. Now, unfortunately,
yeah, we didn't think about this.
The Buffalo Bills will not be in the Super Bowl.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But yeah, one thing to think of is we're on the West Coast, so for us, when the Super Bowl begins, it's at 3:30 on the East.
Disney Nerd Herder said, "You're too short for Baby Yoda." Well, Baby Yoda's short already. How much shorter do you need him to be? The size of Ant-Man?
Oh my gosh. Now I lost my thought again. Okay.
So Super Bowl on the cruise.
Yes. For us, it starts on every year. Super Bowl starts at 3:30. East Coast, it's 6:30. We're going to be heading from Port Canaveral, heading around the Horn of Florida through Cozumel. So we have a day at sea, which is the Super Bowl day, and then we're going to be in Cozumel the next day. So even though technically we won't be in the timeline of the East Coast, we're still, until
We're gonna
they
miss
change it, it's still considered the Super Bowl is going to start at 6:30 on ship.
I would think that they'd have a satellite or something on the ship so that you could still see it.
They are.
But we're not going to be able to see it because we're going to be at dinner.
Exactly. So where we thought we'd be reclining by the pool, watching the Super Bowl.
Like they're going to have a TV by the pool, the big screen one. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
that's where they're going to be playing it. And they're going to be playing it in the bars too.
I guess we're going to eat and run or just take our food outside.
We are going to bring that to you, but we have the second seating. There's 2 seatings on a Disney cruise. There's a 6:15 seating, and then there is, sorry, is that right? There's, it's
in the binder.
Ours is 8:30 for the second seating. But there is an earlier one, and that's when most of the kids go to that one, the younger kids. But so we're going to be going to a play, and on that night, I don't know why Disney's doing it, but they're doing an Aladdin play. So Disney has
Super Bowl
3 big plays that they show throughout the cruise.
But they have to stay in their schedule.
They could.
They're not going to work around the Super Bowl.
On the second night on an Eastern cruise, they'll have like a magician or some other ventriloquist or something like that.
You're trying to say throw them into the
why not
into the Super Bowl slot?
And they won't show the play. They show them in one night. They'll show them twice, and that's the only time you're going to get to see that show for the cruise. So they're going to be showing Aladdin, which I actually really want to see.
Yeah, we'll be watching it.
That'll be on at 6:15. The shows usually last about 45 minutes, so that ends at 7. So then we're going to have about maybe 45 or about an hour and 15 minutes technically, but that is also formal night on the ship that night. So we'll probably already be dressed in ties and all that. But then so we'll have like maybe an hour to check out what's going on. You know, what does a Super Bowl on a cruise ship look like? And then we go to our dinner. Our dinner will take 2 hours. So it's going to be 10:15 before dinner's done. The Super Bowl will be over. So
at this point I really don't care about the Super Bowl because the Buffalo Bills aren't playing, and I'm sure the Niners are going to get in there, and I don't like the Niners, so I'm sorry, but we don't even know who's singing the national anthem or doing halftime, and that's really the big part of it. When your teams don't play, the only thing that really matters is those 2 other things: the national anthem and the halftime show. And also the Star Spangled Banner.
Our friends Cruising with Wills, they have the group cruise, and they have a massive group cruise. It's coming up in less than 7 days, if I remember right. Sylvia, who we met, she's going on the Encore on the group cruise, as well as Wanda. So you both have to meet up. I know you guys will fall in love with each other. You guys are going to have a blast with Kevin and Frank. And then, so Tweety said, "Oh, please share on Facebook." So we're not going to get the internet package, but we will be posting when we're in the different ports while we're in land. Disney doesn't have a really good internet, so I know Royal Caribbean does, which we'll be doing on our group cruise. But on Disney, we're not going to worry about getting the internet package.
I personally don't really use the internet anyway. It's a Disney cruise, and the price that you pay for Disney cruise, you better enjoy your Disney cruise. And it's a 7-day Disney cruise, so I'm going to enjoy my 7-day Disney cruise.
Richard, welcome. He's here for the drinks and for cigars. We don't do cigars, but you're more than welcome to have one. The only other port that we're visiting, which I don't really consider a port because it's Disney's own private island.
It's still a port.
Technically it is.
Castaway Key, typically.
I mean, it's a place we're stopping in.
It's typically a port.
If you want to call it.
Not all the time, but typically.
But it's their own private island, and we've been there twice before. This will be our 3rd time, and we're looking forward to showing what adults can do on Castaway Key.
Mom thought share pics on FBI. She didn't
the most wanted.
She didn't see the Facebook thing.
So we're going on the Disney Fantasy. Disney Fantasy is, for now, Disney's newest ship.
Mhm.
It launched in 2012, in January 2012. So it's going to be a little bit more than 8 years old when we sail on it.
Wanda said she's sure the FBI has her pictures.
I'm sure they do. Welcome, the Traveling Gilberts. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bob and Ashley said, for what everyone pays, Disney should throw in basic Wi-Fi. I agree with that. They should just throw in free Wi-Fi and make it strong enough for everybody on board to use.
Well, and the one thing we're going to be doing, we're doing it currently on our vlogs on the NCL Escape. We are showing what it's through me because it's too hard to do Greg's totals and my totals.
Welcome, Traveling Gilberts.
So we are doing it how much the cruise is costing me per day. So if I buy a drink, because we didn't have the drink package, if we buy souvenirs, all that's being added onto it to see how much the NCL Escape cruise cost from what we paid to what the final is. We're also going to be doing that on the Disney Fantasy. I think the Disney cruises offer a little bit more than a normal cruise line. For example, like the soda package, which is not included on an NCL ship as most other ships aren't. So not that we drink a lot of soda, but it is something that if we do want a soda, we know that we can just go to the machine and get it ourselves.
If they have Powerade, I'll probably drink mostly Powerade because it's better for you.
So typically when we were looking at the cost, a Disney cruise is anywhere from 20 to 30% more than another cruise for the same date and time. Also the capacity of this ship is, where do I have it? Maximum capacity is 4,000 passengers. So
no, Buffalo Bills aren't in the Super Bowl this year, Mom. They lost it the first playoff game. And it even went in overtime. It still lost it.
One of the cool features of the Disney Fantasy is that it plays multiple Disney songs on their horn. So I'm not going to...
I forgot about that. I missed that.
I'm not going to tell you what they are, Greg, because I want you to be surprised because they will be...
When You Wish Upon a Star is probably one of them like they usually do.
Well, maybe, but...
It'll be a fantasy-ish type of a thing.
It will be a big fantasy. So we are going to... as I'm going to share my screen, we are going to go into...
And for those of you that don't know, I think Jim did go over it yesterday on his show, but for those that watched the Oscars, Frozen 2 was snubbed from the Oscars.
That they were.
Toy Story 4 was nominated, and then some other movies that I really haven't heard of. I think the last one about the Yeti, I've heard of that one, but between Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2, I would have said Frozen 2 should have gotten the nomination. So I was kind of shocked with that. But Disney can't have everything, so...
Exactly. All right. So this is our ship. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing this too with us. Yes, you are. Okay. So this is our... this is where we're on deck 8.
Hey, Marilyn Shaw, welcome.
And... if I remember on the Dream, we were trying to get the same cabin we had on the Dream. And if I remember, it was 8576. We were trying to get a room close to that. If you notice over here, we are pretty much midship. We were able to get room 8076. So we're basically right across from where we were before.
What are those E's?
E's are elevators. So here is in the middle here, the gray. But you know what? When we were on it,
I hear everybody jumping off and on the elevators.
Did you hear it though when we were on the Disney one? We didn't remember.
I don't remember. You talking about the Dream?
Yeah, we don't.
That was 2016. I don't remember sounds of the elevator and people getting off and on the elevator from that many years ago.
Well, and you got to remember, in the hallway here is a wall. This is the backside of the elevator. In here, in the middle of the E, is where people will be getting on and off the ship.
That's true.
So with us being at 8076, this is the staircase to go up or down. Now you notice there's not a whole lot of decks on a Disney ship, and the 14 and 13, there's not a whole lot up there.
Well, 8 is still pretty high up.
Oh yeah,
off the ground.
Yeah. So that and so the reason why we chose this is, one, it's in the middle of the ship. Those of you who might not be familiar with cruises and ships, if you're forward, then you'll feel the rocking motion more. And if you're aft, which is the back of the ship, you will also feel the rocking. So being more in the center of the ship,
You don't really feel much.
Yes, center of the decks and center location of the ship, it makes it easier for you to feel less of movement of the ship. And with me getting a lot more motion sickness, I get car sick really easy.
Well, when you're in the back seat, you do, yeah.
Yes. On the Symphony of the Seas, our group cruise, we're towards the back, so that's going to be interesting to see if I will feel any major difference. Now, when I take Dramamine, when we're in like on the ship at the back, I don't really feel it, so I don't know if I would have any issues with it as much Dramamine as I take daily. So I mean, I take the recommended, but so that is where we're staying on the ship. So
Wanda said, well, back in 2016, I can't remember, laugh out loud. Well, I mean, I can remember the cruise. I just can't remember if I heard people on the elevator or not. But
Cindy says, we like cabins. I think it will be okay. Traveling Gilberts, we like cabins close to the elevators. Never had a problem. Sylvia said, Wanda, I like midship also. Elevators don't matter to me. I walk those long, long hallways. Back. So yeah. So that's why we decided to choose that. Now,
I'm going to try to not take Dramamine and see how I feel. If I think I'll be okay. And if I do start to feel sick, then I'll take Dramamine. But I'll just try those bands without the Dramamine and make sure the pressure points are on the inside, not the outside like you did last time. And see if those help.
So
oh my God, Mom. What if the ship cracks in half? Well, hopefully it doesn't.
That doesn't happen.
And if it does, then I guess we'll be on a life raft or boat in the ocean somewhere.
So I would say the first port we are going to is the one that I'm excited the most. This is a place I've always wanted to go. It was easily in the top 3.
Welcome, Terry W.
Welcome. And the itinerary that we chose, that was the first thing I went for when we were able to book the cruise. So it is going to be.
And Terry W. was asking about the meet and greets. If there's like Aunt Beru or rare characters. I'm sure it'll be like not Baby Yoda. I wish it was Baby Yoda. I'm sure it'll be like BB-8, Chewbacca, maybe Darth Vader, and Kylo Ren. And then whoever else.
There's certain. Well, we'll go over that in just a second. Make sure I don't know where I'm at. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Raphael Zangano.
Welcome, Raphael. Thanks again for that shout out on Facebook. Okay, so this is the itinerary that we are looking forward to the most, and it's the Chichen Itza Mayan ruins. I'm always fascinated with pyramids and also the Mayan culture. So this was one that I definitely was the first thing that I wanted to do.
Are we forgetting something?
We do have something coming up.
538.
Yep. The price, as you can see, is pretty expensive, $169, but the tour is going to last 8 to 8.5 hours. Now, the one thing that I found interesting with
most of it is traveling
with Cozumel, it's on an island. Now, I thought Cozumel was just a port city on the Mexican mainland, but it is an island. It's only 10 miles wide and 30 miles long. So we're going to have to take a ferry boat to the mainland. I think it's Playa del Carmen. And then we have a drive to go to Chichen Itza. I think we're going to spend like an hour and a half at Chichen Itza, and then we come back. I like saying that. And I'm probably saying it wrong. So the only fear is, the ship is there for 8.5 hours. But luckily, because we booked it for Disney, they're not going to be able to cancel it. They won't leave without us because we're booking this cruise, this itinerary, excursion. We're booking it through Disney. So we are very excited about. I'm very excited about it. I can't speak for Greg.
No, I am excited for it. I just don't want us to stray off the path and get lost, knowing you. Make sure you bring your headlamp with you too. so you can know where you're going.
Now we do have some Star Wars Day at Sea is going to be on day 6, so we'll talk about that one. There's 2 days you can book with characters on board, Star Wars characters, that we could book online. In person, I don't know what characters they're going to have. Obviously, they'll have Mickey and Mickey, Minnie,
For Star Wars?
Goofy. No, for the main characters. But we'll I have it listed in here. We'll talk about it when we get to day 6. But the second day, what we're doing, I didn't pull it up on here, but on here, our second excursion is going to be in Georgetown, Grand Cayman, and it is the dolphin swimming with the dolphins.
If we do it,
we're still debating on it.
Money wise, we're trying to.
Yeah, it's $120, and it's for 3 to 3.5 hours. A small portion of that, very small portion, is actually swimming with the dolphins. So
I thought we don't swim with them. I thought you just stay in one place.
No, you swim on the dolphins. Experience the thrill of being pulled across the surface by the water by a dolphin.
By the water, wow! Yeah. The water.
But it's probably one time that you get to do that. I'm sure they're not gonna stress the dolphin out by having you swim all for 30 minutes.
Play ball with it and everything.
But that's an excursion we're kind of debating if we're actually going to do or not.
I would love to do it. I'd rather see them in the ocean, like if I'm scuba diving, and like the commercial where the scuba diver sees the big humpback whale right in front of him. That would be awesome to see in person and not have to pay for it like that. Or if you swim with the dolphins out in the open, you don't want to go scuba diving because of sharks and stuff. But I think it'd be fun. The scuba diver trainers and stuff, they don't take you anywhere where you shouldn't be going. So
a shark
I think
will
you'll
show
be okay.
Up blue water, white death. Remember that.
No,
so
I just rather see them in person.
I think it's time
habitat.
For.
Okay, you're blinding everybody.
Spotlight channel. So this Spotlight channel has already been in 2019. They actually was already one of our Spotlight channels, but we're going to be doing it again. It is a new year, and we are really appreciative of this. Oops, if I can flip over to it, right? Greg saw who it was.
Oh, is that them? Okay.
Yes. It is our friends Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wills. As I said, they are getting ready to go on a group cruise again. We sailed with them on the NCL Escape, and we were featured in a lot of their videos. They gave us a lot of love and support. They got with the Norwegian Cruise Line and made this cruise special to us. And we kind of chuckled at first because we thought, yeah, okay, guys, like you really did all this for us. And then one of their head people came over to us and talked to us and said, Kevin and Frank asked us to make sure you guys are taken care of. We're like,
yeah, I mean, it was nice what they did. We just didn't feel like we were like worth getting all the stuff that they gave. I mean, they gave us a lot of stuff.
Chocolate.
We didn't feel like we should have
chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate. We had wine. We didn't have the wine packet or alcohol package, but by the end, it really didn't matter.
We had to give away some of the wine
it was
bottles
insane.
To people that we met, and also your cake because there was so much.
They gave us they gave me because it was my birthday. They gave us a specialty dinner, a free dinner at the Brazilian one. I can't think of what the name of it is now, the top of my head.
Oh.
But it was at the Brazilian style one.
Yeah,
I can't think of it. I'm sure some of our viewers know what's the name of it. But they gave us wine there. They gave us a free cake, and it was just insane the love that we received from the NCL staff. And so Cruising with the Wills, we thank you guys so much. We are editing the blogs. In fact, they're going to be
Madera
in this Madera. There you go. Thank you. They're going to be in the video that we're working on now. We're in Portland, and there's a little snippet of them when we met them on the street as we were walking around. We didn't think we were going to be able to meet them that much, but I think we met them every single day out and about. So they are awesome. They are such great people. And if you're not familiar with them, they're called Cruising with Wills is because Frank is wheelchair bound. So if you have mobility issues and you're trying to find out, great information in what it's like to cruise,
they give you that information.
They give you that information. They will tell you how it is. They don't pull back punches. So very much like those guys. And if you haven't already, please check out their channel and subscribe to our friends Cruising with Wills.
And everyone that is a creator, please put creator and share your channels and everything. Yes. And everyone can help support everybody else.
I see a lot of creators in here, so please, you guys, please give yourselves maybe the vlog series you're working on, a next video, something to let them know so you guys can get your channels checked out. I did find out from Hillary that she's getting ready to. She's finishing up one of her video vlog series from Alaska, and then Chris is going to be on the next video vlog set. So her boyfriend Chris has not been in a last few cruise vlogs, so he's going to be back in it. So welcome back.
Chris's. I'm like, wait, which one are we talking about?
Then we go to Falmouth, Jamaica. Now the one thing that I don't know if I'll be honest, you guys, I don't know how you feel about it. I don't like going on. If I'm on port days, I don't like to go back to back to back. When we were on the Escape, we had 4 port days in a row.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a sea day in the middle of that.
I like sea days. Those are my favorite anyway, rather than ports.
But you get in routine as you get up and go, you get up and go, you get up and go.
Well, you don't have to.
You don't, but so we have 4 in a row on the Escape.
Hey, DisLyfeOfOurs.
Welcome, guys. Great show earlier on.
What's in the cup? It is Corbel Moscato Frizzante. It's a food and wine festival glass from 2016
from Disneyland or California Adventures. On this cruise, we have 3 port days in a row. We have Cozumel, Grand Caymans, and Jamaica, Falmouth. I don't know if I really like that. I would have loved to have a day extra into that. And then saying that, we have a sea day, then we go to Castaway Cay, and then we go back home. I would love to have a sea day after Castaway Cay. But
they made Castaway Cay the last port.
Yeah.
So
why complain when you're on a cruise ship? So
why complain when you're on a Disney cruise ship of all cruise ships?
But
why complain? You're on vacation.
We don't have anything planned for Falmouth, Jamaica. There's a few things that I looked up on there that would be interesting to do, but there's actually enough
there were
shops within that general
area. The
area.
bobsled thing was really cool. It was like a roller coaster thing. But I'm leery about going out in Jamaica. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
It's self-imposed, I think. You don't need to worry about it. You're fine.
But
there's, I believe it's Blue Mountain Coffee, which is a pretty well-known Jamaican coffee that I want to try. They have rum. They have what? They have rum in Jamaica? What? So I'm going to check out some of the rum stuff they have going on there.
DisLyfeOfOurs said Falmouth was fun, but I remember on their video that June said, we're going to turn back and go back to the ship where it's safe. Those people looked a little shady.
That was on their that was on the Fantasy, because they went on the Fantasy twice. That was on the one before their last one.
But it was still Jamaica.
Because this last one, they actually took an excursion and went to the city. You already said hi to her.
Oh, did I? Well, hello again.
Yes, we do, Mary Ellen.
It was just a big message. So
our very first vlog series we ever did was in 2018, and it was at Disneyland Paris. And we actually filmed parts of Disney. I don't think they called it Disney Springs. I think they called it Downtown Disney over there. But it is.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really different too.
Yeah, that area was more closer to what you can expect in Anaheim without it being built around like in Anaheim. But in terms of there being hotels close and the Downtown Disney close to the 2 parks. But you will have a great time, and we loved Disneyland Paris as well as Walt Disney Studios over there.
If they have shirts behind the barrier, Mom, then we can look at them for you.
They have a big shopping
She was
complex
asking about
in
it.
and around that area. They have a big shopping complex. So we don't have anything planned for Falmouth. That night we do have dinner planned. In fact, we didn't talk about this. We have right now, we might cancel it. We have Remy, which is a upgraded restaurant. It's a French restaurant, and it's 5-star, 10-star cuisine.
Yeah.
It's, as you know,
but it's like, where's the food when you get your plate?
It's classic, what you would expect from a classic high-end food.
It's more
where your steak
it's more the preparation
might be like
and
this.
everything, and how it's presented to you.
It's a experience.
Yes.
It's a palate experience.
It's not like I'm hungry, I need a lot of food, because you get your plate and it's like a piece of meat, a sprig of green, a little drizzle of something, and there's your food.
And for dinner at Remy's, it's an additional $120, $125. For brunch, it's $75. So they just have a smaller menu. It's not like a Palo brunch where it's like a buffet. This one is still a sit down. It's not as formal, so you don't have to have a dress coat. You can still go in with I believe you still need I don't know if you need a tie, but you definitely need a dress shirt, dress pants, dress shoes. You still might need a tie, but it's more reserved than what the dinner is. We have that scheduled for the second day. We might cancel that. We're going to try to get Palo brunch instead during that time.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we might just cancel the Remy one, because I don't know if we're really going to enjoy that.
Wanda said it's art. Greg, laugh out loud. Well, it may be art, but I'm hungry, so I'd want the food, and then I'll go to an art show later.
Danny asks, are we going to Palo at all? So, good question.
It's supposed to be brunch.
The day
Again.
we go to Falmouth, we have dinner plans that night. 8:15. We have dinner plans for Palo. All I can say, Greg,
so
is
you keep changing on me.
I do not.
All you can say is,
please don't be sick this time.
okay, that wasn't my fault. I see all this wonderful food and I can't even taste it. I ate it, but I can't taste it. And I think we're going to try to do Palo brunch again.
We have Remy brunch and Palo dinner. We're going to probably cancel the Remy dinner or brunch and try to get Palo brunch, as well as having the Palo
Hey,
dinner.
Matthew and Lauren, welcome.
Welcome, guys.
DisLyfeOfOurs said, get the pigeon from Remy. It's to die for. I was thinking, is this the one where they had the pigeon? I don't know if I want to have a pigeon, though.
June didn't like it. June was the one that got it, and it was okay.
I can also imagine how it would taste. I don't know. It feels like it'd probably be a little dirty and grainy. I don't know.
Yeah. I remember that vlog. It was a funny vlog, but it didn't look like
I'm thinking
June was exactly excited about that. So our character experiences on day 6 is Star Wars Day at Sea. Day 6, we have a 1:00 appointment with Chewbacca. Chewbacca is going to meet us.
An appointment. Wow.
And then at 1:30,
this I did not know.
we get to meet R2-D2 and C-3PO.
But it is the way I have spoken.
I don't know if they're going to have more characters. These are because you could sign up online.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I did know about those.
You could have done Darth Vader, but we've already had character experiences with Darth Vader
I
at
like
Disneyland.
Chewie. He's fun. And then BB-8 is fun, too.
I hope they have more. BB-8, from what I understand, is in one of the children's play area, the Star Wars area. We're going to do a quick tour to see what they look like, because they have open house on the first day of the cruise. So we're going to go into a lot of the areas. We are going to go into the kids area where they have like a Marvel one. They also have Star Wars one.
We're going to try to film it where we don't have too many kids in the video, just because, we don't want other people's kids in the video. I think we did a good job last time when we did it at the Magic.
Yeah.
There were a lot.
And now with the YouTube kind of restrictions on it, but it won't be filmed for children. It will be filmed for adults to let them know what they offer at the children areas within there.
Queen Amidala. I don't know if Queen Amidala will be there.
Probably not. That's not one of the.
Hey,
the
Avery, the
ones.
Cuban American.
Welcome.
And then DisLyfeOfOurs said that Jamaica was actually nice. That the local people there were nice. That June was just, being June, joking around and stuff. But I still have heard of things in Jamaica that kind of scare me. So,
So the rest of that day, it looks like they will have a Star Wars show. They will have a Star Wars menu. So that will be pretty exciting to experience our first one.
I wonder what their wording will be for that.
It'll
probably be like Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge, I should say.
I don't know.
Where they have like the cool made up names and stuff.
Luckily, I've watched. It's now Eric D. It used to be Disneyland Eric. I watched his vlog because he sailed right after us on the Disney Magic, and it was a Marvel Day at Sea, and we watched his vlogs on it. It seemed a little hokey and cheesy, but
not his vlogs,
no,
but
the show.
The show that they did, you could really tell it's for kids. It was still fun though, but he does good vlogs.
Mary Ellen says that, but we can smoke ganja. No, thank you. Were you asked that you asked that in the Nassau? Do you want some weed?
Not Nassau. I was asked that in New York City.
You were also in. It was me then that was asked if we wanted to buy some.
New York City. He said, "You want some crack?" And I said, "No, thanks." And I walked away. I'm like, "Do I look like I need crack?" I didn't say that, but. And then I know S. Swan was there, Sylvia. And I told her, and we were laughing about it too. I was like, "No, thank you." And I just walked away.
Some of their big production shows that they're going to be featuring is, as we mentioned, Aladdin is one of them.
She said it was NYC crack. That's right. I don't need crack.
Aladdin is one of their musicals they'll be showing. Frozen, a musical spectacular.
Thank you, Wanda. Have a good night. Wanda Chiquita Benita Byram.
Take care, Wanda. And then also Disney's Believe is one of their other shows.
I just hope we don't fall asleep during these shows like last time. But last time when we went on the Dream, we did the parks at Walt Disney World before that, which made us really sleepy. So we saw like 1 out of 3 of the shows, and we saw the villain show, which was cool.
Yeah. Well, we were so tired from Walt Disney World. Greg, they can take care of you. I'm not sure if it's June or Rachel, but they can take care of you.
I'm pretty sure it's June. That would be joking like that. No, thank you. I don't need that.
And so that's kind of well. And then we're going to Castaway Cay, Disney's private island, which is an amazing. That's like one of the highlights of any cruise. That's
like what everybody looks forward to. And then it's the last day of the cruise, which you don't look forward to the last day of the cruise, but you look forward to their island.
Take care of Dave and Brandy's Excursions. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So we have that, and then we're coming back to Miami. We're not going to Miami. That's the wrong cruise. We're going to Port Canaveral.
We made a wrong turn somewhere.
Then we're taking the Disney shuttle bus back to Coronado Springs, and we're going to be staying there for 2 nights, and we're going to be hanging out with at Epcot. And we're going to be going to the Magic Kingdom.
I'm okay, June. No, thanks.
So we should have some fun in those parks. We're going to be shown around by our friend Chris. So that should be fun meeting him again and hanging out with him. So we should have a good time on that.
Jim and Bob and Ashley are going to be with us too. And I don't know what else we're doing. So we're just going to have fun.
Yeah, we're hoping a lot of people can just come and meet us. We'd like to hang out with all those guys.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Mary said, my last 2 cruises, Carnival and Royal, both trips, the private island was canceled due to the wind. Our first time we went to Castaway Cay, they couldn't get into it until later on. They wouldn't let us off. But we eventually did get to go on the island, but everything we had planned was canceled. So we just had a chance to walk on it and go around to different spots. But we were only on it for a few hours because then it downpoured again.
And that was when the adult area, like the water was brackish and you were stepping on rocks and stuff. It was really hurting your feet a lot. But then when we went on the Magic, I think they dredged everything and cleaned it. So
take care, you guys. Thank you so much to Traveling Gilberts for joining us. Thank you for joining us. And then if you guys, when we do planning on this cruise, we look at, like for us, it's big for us to. Do you want to show that picture that we have of the captain or the captain signing? One of the things that we're trying to do is have on every cruise the captain sign our ships. You're gonna have to stand up, but it's not. I think it's behind that. So we are working to do that. The hardest part is we're going to be taking this picture. I think it's in that one behind you. we're going to be taking this, putting it in luggage to take it or transporting it somehow back to the cruise ship to have them sign it. So there's a lot of extra work. It's in there, bud. Here, do you want me to look for it?
Well, I don't know. Is it wrapped?
I don't know. Here. So if you want to, you chat and I'll look for it.
Really? So that's not the one.
Yes, it is. This one is.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Okay.
So on our first cruise, we went to the on the Disney Dream, and the captain signed it, and we thought, cool, we'll get one for every single ship. Well, they didn't have one for the Magic, so we came up with this idea, and so
we do this now.
Yeah, this is the 4 ships on the Disney fleet. The one down here is the Disney Magic, and then we're gonna sell on all these again. And every time
again,
well, we have to sell on the Dream again because that one's
we have to we have to do the Dream again, which I would gladly do. Then we have to do the Fantasy and the Wonder.
Night, DisLyfeOfOurs. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Night, Sylvia. So yeah, that's going to be one of the hardest things. Is but we were trying to figure out a lot of stuff for
I don't think this Life of Ours was leaving. I think other people were leaving.
Oh, sorry. So how we plan our cruises, there is a great site, and I'm actually going to show you guys it. It's called the Disney Cruise Line blog, and their cruise daily things that they put on in your room is called the personal navigator. So what I like to do is I will go into this website, make sure I'm on it.
I like that picture.
Yeah. Oops.
Don't know what ship that is, but I like the picture.
So
oh wait, that's the Dream, I think.
I'm not sure.
With that one, I think that's the Dream.
I'm not sure. So if you go over here to Personal Navigators and click on it, you'll see personal navigators for a bunch of different ships. So what I would do, like for this one, I was trying to figure out when Pirates Night was, when could I meet the captain, so we can plan our other stuff around it. Also, when was Star Wars Night, and they pretty much keep them the same. So what I did is, if you go further down here, they have Eastern, they have Western Caribbean cruises, and down here you will see eventually we're going on the Super Bowl. So as you can see, this little thing is a Star Wars. So this was February 2nd. We're leaving February 1st this year. So this is technically going to be the same cruise.
That's a Star Wars.
That's their little symbol for the Star Wars. So this is exactly the same itinerary that we are going. This is the same port days. This is the same, pretty much everything. And then someone on the Facebook page that
December one.
Not the December. Oh. The cruise we are going on February 1st. A year ago, this is exact same. Okay. So we can pretty much pull up a personal navigator of what they did last year and expect it to be the same with maybe some minor differences. What, for example, on our day at sea, we weren't sure what was going on, if we should book, what could we book? Because we didn't want it to be a Star Wars day at sea and then also have brunch at one of the restaurants. So we found out from this that Cozumel had on day 3, we'll just pull up a personal navigator. It tells you on this what's going on for that specific day. And we found out from here, if you look at this, there's Mickey Pirates. That meant that it was going to have the pirate show that night. This also tells you that the character appearances that are going to be here, what show was going on, which in this day it was just a ventriloquist. So it tells you all the special events. So I use this to kind of gauge, to plan my excursions, any shows, any different thing I want to do. I usually try this to help me out with any of those plans. The cool thing is when you also go into this on the very first day, if you guys have never been to a Disney ship, the very first day they are very helpful by letting you know everything that's going to go on in terms of the shows. They'll let you know what those times are, and they give you a lot more thorough information on the first day than what different variety acts, They'll tell you what movies are going to be playing because Disney does have an actual movie theater on
what
deck.
movies are they going to have?
This is a year ago, bud.
Oh.
So they won't be showing these. They tell you a lot of different information on here. So if you guys are interested in seeing what Disney Cruises offers, go into the personal navigator or the
Does look cool, Disney Nerdhers.
Yeah, the Disney Cruise Line blog. Go into that, and you can just filter stuff around to kind of find out what's going on a specific cruise.
DisLyfeOfOurs wants to go. They've been on the Fantasy, I think, twice now.
They are. I have a feeling they're going to be possibly cruising on a Disney cruise very soon. They love Disney. They won't go. We try to get them to go on another cruise, but
Are you trying to say something?
they're not going on our cruise. No, they won't go on the Fantasy 3 times in a row. There's other ones
You
they
never
can
know.
experience. No. But I think that's it, Greg. What would you guys like to see? What we film on a Disney cruise? Do you guys have any like preferences in terms of things that you might not be aware?
I think we're gonna show a lot. We're gonna try to see the whole ship this time. We got 7 fun-filled days to see it, and I think we're just gonna have a lot of fun. Movies are free. Yep. So that's cool.
Disney Nerd Herders was asking if the movies are free. The only thing that's not free
It's the popcorn.
is the popcorn. But from what we hear, they have we're expecting the Millennium Falcon, the popcorn bucket. I'm pretty sure that's going to be available on the ship.
It's cool looking. I don't know if I want to put popcorn in it. I think it's cool looking. I would totally bring it with me. Like if I got one before the cruise, I would bring it with me on the cruise or maybe get it on the cruise. But I heard that you can only put maybe 3 scoops of popcorn in it because it's very thin.
Yeah, but on this live show tonight, they showed it and it's very long and it goes back in there. But the only thing, June made a comment. He doesn't know if he would put stuff in there.
I wouldn't
because it's going to make it all oily in there.
Yeah,
which
I wouldn't want to put
sense.
anything in there.
Yeah.
They're more for collector's items now. That's why a lot of people get them.
Yeah. Avery's excited for the new ship. So we are too. We just don't know. The only ship we have of the existing ships, the only one we haven't had any plans yet is the Disney Wonder. So we wanted to do all 4 Disney ships before the new ones came out.
I don't think
that's going to happen.
I wanted to do the Wonder for Alaska, but I had to compromise and say, okay, we'll do Alaska on Norwegian. And you said your mouth dropped when I said that because you knew I was really set with Alaska for Disney. But I'm not too excited about doing a Mexico cruise on the Wonder. I want to probably go somewhere else on the Wonder. I don't know. When we saw Mike and David on their cruise, I don't know. I have to see what stuff they have to offer.
Well, we're going to go on the Panorama on a Carnival one, pretty much the same port, so we'll know if we like them or not.
Yeah, I mean, I know they had fun on their cruise.
We're more venturesome than David and Mike, so we'll see. DisLyfeOfOurs said food and Serenity Bay, definitely. Those are huge pluses. And
they want to see us just have a good time.
Yeah, that should be fun. But all right, Greg, I think that's about time.
I'm looking forward to the water slide. It goes all the way. It goes away from the ship, over the ocean, and comes back around. What?
Danny said, cancel the Dark Side cruise and do another Disney cruise.
The Dark Side cruise.
That's what we like to call it too. We're excited about the Panorama. It looks, with it being a newer one, I to be honest, I don't think I'd ever want to sell on an older Carnival ship. But I really like the newer one, so I'm willing to give it a chance.
The Panorama is new, isn't it?
Panorama is just been launched. In fact, I don't know when the first sailing is, but it just recently went around. It didn't go through the Panama Canal. It went under South America.
I'm just I'm open to going on Carnival, which we are going to go on it. I'm just a little leery because I've heard of it's the party ship and stuff. But that's for the shorter time length, like the 3-day cruise. The 5 or 7 day cruise, I heard it's not as much as the party ship because it's more spread out and stuff.
Yeah.
Because a 3-day cruise, it's like people want to get their drink on and their party on, and then they got to get off the ship, and they're all hungover and everything probably. Who knows? And
we were devout Disney cruise. We said we would never sell anything else. And we decided to go on the NCL. We went on the NCL Bliss. We really liked that. We went on the NCL Escape. Really like that. Those are our last 2 cruises. And I will tell you now, when I first went on an NCL cruise, I was a little bit thinking this isn't the same feeling, the magic as going on a Disney ship, the excitement. But now after being onto NCL, I'm thinking, am I going to like Disney now as much as I do NCL? So I'm willing to give Carnival a chance just to see how it is.
I think Disney is the best with everything they have to offer. Mom wants us to meet Tinkerbell. I don't think Tinkerbell will be there, and if she is, I'll bring her fly swatter with us, Mom.
It's not villain night. They don't have villains on the Disney
We always
ship.
joke with Mom about Tinkerbell being a villain because of how she treated Wendy and Peter Pan.
And DisLyfeOfOurs, I agree. It is like a floating hotel, and that's the cool thing about being on the ship. You have the security of being on a ship, taking you to different locations that you wake up and you're in a different location, and that's the exciting part.
And there's just something about Disney cruises, the feeling that you get that you don't get on any other cruise. I mean, I've only been on Norwegian, but I didn't get that feeling when I was on Norwegian cruise like I did with a Disney cruise. It's very magical. Norwegian doesn't give you that magical feeling, and I'm excited for Royal Caribbean when that comes up. So in September.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. One thing we didn't mention was we are part of the Disney family, Dean at theliveplace.com. It's a great site for family-friendly channels. So check that channel out, support him, as well as learning what other channels are on. But we're on that channel. And so we want to give a shout out to Dean for all of his help. All of our support channels that help us out so much. Thank you guys so much. They're in our description below. And with that, Greg,
don't forget the 25th that we will have our upcoming 5 Foolish Mortals show also on that Saturday at 2:00 Eastern time. Sorry, Pacific time.
So the 20th, we have a vlog coming out called the Disney Blues, an exchange with Cargo 619, or Celebrate the Magic. We have our next live show is going to be with Jeff Dole Whip Dad. Show after that is going to be another cruise one. And then we're going to be on our cruise, which will be featuring on the cruise. We'll be doing a premiere video, even though we won't be on it. It'll be at the time of our normal show. And then we're also going to have the escape, 1 or 2 escape.
We won't go live.
Yeah. So
DisLyfeOfOurs said the other cruise lines are floating red roof inns, meaning they're not as nice as Disney.
Give them a chance, guys.
You'll be surprised. Thank you, Cynthia, for enjoying the show. And thank you, everybody, for watching and enjoying us. And as Walt Disney always says, or said, we are just getting started. Everybody have a nice evening.
Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Dilly dilly.